I cannot believe that just happened. Oh my God. I would never have dreamed that in a million years. Recently, a lot of you may have seen that I've been getting into the vintage club sort of hobbyist collecting sort of movement. There's not a whole ton of golfers involved in it, but there's a decent sized portion of the golfing population out there that's interested in the old gear, the antique clubs, the vintage clubs, even bags and clothing, hats. The bug has kind of bitten me, and I've actually decided to put my modern clubs up for sale. My thinking behind that is that will help fund my habit. But one of the things that I wanted to start trying to do also was to maybe refinish or refurbish some of the clubs that I come across for my personal use, but potentially in the future, if I can get decently skilled at it enough to maybe try and resell some of the clubs that are still valuable in what they are and where they came from, and they're of value to people, but not in their current state. So I thought, rather than just jump right into trying to do iron sets or even woods, don't get me started on persimmon woods and the refinishing process behind those to try and bring those back from the brink. But I thought maybe a good place to start would be with putters. So I've got this modified bullseye with the flange on it. It's got an original grip. It's got a True Temper original shaft. All of this is original to this putter. But you can see it's tarnished. It's kind of dirty, and the back of this thing is really crusty. And I started playing around with the bottom of the club, and I'll show you what I've got so far. Just pulling and stripping away that old tarnish, you can see the brassy shine that's coming out of it. Somewhere in there, along my finger there, it said Acushnet in cursive. It was actually engraved into the bottom of the putter. And as you can see, it's pretty much worn away even before I started deburring. My goal with this one is to practice, to try and develop a little bit of skill with it. From that, then I'll be able to move forward into some other putters, and I've already got one that I can't wait to start on. But I don't want to touch that one until I can cut my teeth on this. First pass on the putter, and I want to see just how good I can get this raw, and then the next step would be polishing, trying to get it all shiny and nice. Now that I've cut my teeth on the Titleist Bullseye putter, I've got kind of a feel for how the Dremel tool is going to interact with the metals and what's going to happen when I apply different burring wheels and polishing pads and things like that to try and work out some of the dings and dents from bag chatter. A little bit of at least a frame of reference to be able to move forward onto this next putter, which is the star of the show. This is going to be a beautiful putter. The limited edition COBRA Married Metal Putter combines an aluminum face and neck, riveted together with a piece of brass on the back. And then there's computer milling that was originally on the putter face, but that is pretty much gone at this point, and it will certainly disappear after I use the deburring wheel to smooth out the face. There's a lot of dings, as you can see, jagged edges, displaced metal that's, just from getting dropped in a bag and beat up against other clubs. So all of that has to be ground down and smoothed out. I'll do a more in-depth video later showing the entire process after I kind of refine my own process and I get better about refinishing these putters and refurbishing clubs. But I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of the process where I go about knocking down some of the burrs and really smoothing things out to get it ready for polish. And as I said, this putter would have been a lot better off if I had been able to use a buffing compound and a buffing wheel to really work out all the fine lines before I polished it.
But, you know, again, for a first attempt here, or I guess a second attempt, it's really impressive. I'm really happy with how it turned out so far. I wanted to show you some pictures and video here after it was polished because it's a huge difference. It really does take out some of the fine lines and really cleans it up, and you start to see the real difference between what you started with and what you've ended up with. Now, as far as paint fill goes, I was really excited for the paint fill. I had the ideas for the colors that I wanted to use pretty much since before I even got the putter. After I ordered it, I knew what colors I wanted to use. And I've seen people use tester's paint for like model planes and model cars and things like that. And that all works good, and you can place all that stuff with a really fine needle point. But I find that nail polish lacquer, just kind of put in to let it sink into the depressions of the stamping and the engravings, it works really well. And you get a wide variety of colors and some metallics and some pearl and fleck and things like that in it as well. And you just go back and clean it up with a little bit of nail polish remover. It doesn't hurt the finish at all, and it cleans up really easily. After seeing the finished result with this putter, I changed out the old grip, put on a new grip that had coordinating colors, and I went out to hit the course. I could not wait. Oh my God. I cannot believe that just happened. Oh my God. I would never have dreamed that in a million years. First hole, first putt with the new Cobra putter, made a bomb for birdie. Okay, so second putt. No way I make this long birdie, right? Right? Oh, perfect speed, but it turned the wrong way. Okay, so initial impressions. The pace I'm getting out of these is exactly what I anticipate. So that's good. It seems to mesh well with my sense of distance. But the sound coming off of this putter, it's completely different than what I'm used to. So it may just be that it's that time of the morning. It may be the ball that I'm using is not a premium ball. I might switch to a Pro V1 here on another couple holes just when I get on the green or something to see maybe if I get a little bit of different sound out of it. But the pace so far is exactly what I anticipated it to be. I've hit 2 perfect speed putts. Just too many bumps on this green. Just hopped immediately as soon as I started the roll. So far so good with the Cobra Married Metal putter. The feel, I've tried it with a Pro V1 now. The sound is definitely better and more what I'm used to. And I'm putting pretty, I would say pretty much my average. No improvement, no unimprovement. Is it going to stay in the bag for me? I don't know, but it sure does look like it belongs in the bag. I can tell you that this thing looks gorgeous, especially in the sunlight. I'll take that par fairway, green in regulation, nice 2-putt Take that all day. I had to hurry out onto the first tee when I started this round to get out in front of a group because I was playing by myself, so I didn't get a chance to warm up. That first putt that I showed you that I hit the bomb for birdie, I had no warm up. I had never hit a putt with this putter before, and I only got to practice with this putter on the practice green after my round here, which I know is completely backwards, but don't judge me.
This putter turned out excellent. I am thrilled with this being my first real club refurbishing project. I know with the first one I messed around, but really that's more like, I don't know, sort of sketching out on a little piece of paper or something, sort of a rough draft of what it is you're going to do. But this was the actual first execution of a club that I've refurbished. And, you know, with the first little putter that I was messing around with, there's really nothing complicated about the shape of that. But with the Cobra putter, you've got that cavity on the back of it, and so you have to switch to some different tools, different heads with the Dremel. You got to try and figure out some ways to get into those nooks and crannies and be able to polish and buff and sort of deburr all of those areas, just as well as the large surface areas where all the graphics are going to be. You want it to all look, you know, 100% all the way around, really well done, and like you put your time and effort into it. As I said, I need to get a buffing pad of some kind, and I need to employ a buffing compound. It almost becomes liquid sandpaper to where all of those little fine lines and imperfections that I want to work out, I can blend those away and really smooth it out. And then when I go to polish it, it will have this mirror effect on it. I think the sound with this putter was definitely better with a premium golf ball. I think the reason for the difference in the sound is that if you're normally putting with an old brass putter or a copper beryllium putter or any of these that have got an insert designed to give a certain feel and feedback and sound, even with those, this one has an aluminum face, and aluminum is not nearly as dense as a brass or a copper or anything like that. So when it makes impact with the golf ball, it sounds different. But like I said, the pace is exactly what I expected it to be. This is a great putter. I don't know that I'll keep it in my bag simply because I don't know that it performs better than my current putter. But I've already got a few other putters that I've got my eye on, and I've got some ideas for those. I've got another video coming up that's going to involve some wedges, and it's going to be really something that you can do yourself. It doesn't involve any special tools. And also I've got some experimental woods that I'm working on. So I've got all this stuff coming, and I've even got more ideas beyond that. I've really got this cool driver that I'm going to turn around and sell this driver when I get it done. But it's going to take me several weeks to work on it and get it to come into reality. Okay, I'm in the planning stages. I'm working with some people on it right now, and I'm telling you, it is going to be something that you've probably never seen before, and it's going to be really special. And I've got an idea that's going to be a little bit off-putting to some people as far as how to take old persimmon woods and old laminated woods and bring them into the 21st century. And I know some people are probably going to be dead set against it, and that's fine. That's fine. But I've got some really, really cool ideas, some really neat stuff coming out, and I want you guys to subscribe and stay tuned. Got to hit the bell notification. Leave me some comments down below and hit the thumbs up. If you take the time to watch these videos, please take the time to support this channel by hitting the thumbs up, leaving comments, and subscribing and hitting the bell notification. And also, I have mentioned this in a community post, and I'm just going to put this at the tail end of the video because most people are clicking off halfway through anyway. So only the diehard fans and the people that really care about this channel are watching to the end at this point right now. But in my descriptions from now on, down below, if you click the little arrow and open up the description box and read through those descriptions, near the top of it, you're going to see a link. It's a link to an Amazon homepage. Now, it's not my Amazon homepage, it is your Amazon homepage. When you click on that link and it takes you to your Amazon homepage, anything you purchase, it does not have to be golf related. It can be toilet paper, it can be coronavirus test kits, or it can be, head covers, or golf balls, whatever. It doesn't matter. It could be a hot tub if you buy a hot tub off of Amazon. Any purchase that you make, if you'll click that link first to go to the Amazon website to make your purchase, then it gives me a little bit of a kickback. I get a very small percentage of whatever sales go through my link. It costs you nothing extra. It takes a little bit of money away from Amazon's profit and it gives it to me, and it helps support the channel. It's almost like PBS. And you can also consider it a little bit of a tip jar because, I don't make very much money at all off of YouTube. So those commercials you watch in the beginning, it's nothing. It's really nothing. I don't have a lot of views. I don't make a lot of money off of that. So this is just another way to help support me in my efforts to continue bringing content to you. As long as you enjoy it, hey man, show me a little love. And again, it costs you nothing. So I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned.